Andy Gibb, I just want to be your everything.
That's so romantic.
That's what we got today for you guys. I'm Phil. That's Sam. We're Bars and Barbells. Thank you for joining us to check out more from Andy Gibb. This is going to be our second song from Andy Gibb. And we've gotten into the other Gibb brothers on the channel as well, the Bee Gees. They were fire, and not many people could compete with those harmonies. And speaking of the other brothers, Barry Gibb apparently wrote I Just Want to Be Your Everything and collaborated with his brother here, his younger brother, Andy Gibb.
And he wrote it in apparently 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is mind-blowing to me.
There was some chemistry there, they were saying, between the brothers. They just get in the studio, they know what to do together, and they got a hit. And apparently this was Andy's biggest hit and also really made him explode onto the scene with his first album.
Yeah, it went to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and stayed there for 3 weeks.
That's right. And unfortunate that Andy didn't get to live long enough to be able to perform and be a part of the Bee Gees, because I would have loved to hear them collaborating together, because we know the Bee Gees are super talented family, and would have been great to see them all come together at some point. Unfortunately, that didn't work out, and Andy passed away far too young.
Yeah, very unfortunate. And I was also just laughing to Phil about this album cover here, like looking so seductive on the album cover. And my mom was actually telling us the other day she had a poster in her bedroom of Andy Gibb when she was a teenager.
She had a big crush on Andy Gibb.
She loved him.
Like a lot of girls, I'm sure, from that disco era. Let's find out what kind of dance grooves we're going to get from Andy on this one. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.
For so long, you and me been finding each other for so long, and the feeling that I feel for you is more than stronger. Take it from me, if you give a little more than you're asking for, your love will turn the key. Darling mine, I would wait forever for those lips of wine. Build my world around you, darling. This love will shine, girl. Watch it and see. If you give a little more than you're asking for, your love will turn the key.
Okay.
Jeez. I just want to be your everything.
Is that Barry?
Open up the heaven in your heart and let me be the things you are to me, and not some puppet on a string. You laying in the love I have to bring. I'd do anything to be your for so long. You and me been finding each other for so long.
I really love these transitions in here. It's so smooth when we go in and out of these break sections, and really even like when we got into that everything and you hear the soaring keys, and that went alongside the everything, and then we transitioned into that next section of the keys. Really, really smooth in terms of the composition of the song. And I feel like I heard Barry in those backing vocals. I don't know. I could be wrong. There was no mention of him, but he wrote it and maybe contributed a little bit somewhere.
I was going to say, I definitely feel like I can hear the Bee Gees influence.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
For sure. And it's funny that you use the word soaring, because it's exactly what I was thinking about the instrumentation. Like, that's what it sounds like to me.
So are you in agreement with your mother here? Is this a great song from Andy Gibb?
I think it's great. I mean, I also think he sounds so young. Like, I feel like his vocal does sound very young.
Sounds very fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't sound like he has like a mature voice. It sounds like he has like a younger voice.
So I think Sam is begrudgingly admitting that her mom might have good taste here.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. But no, the song is really good. I like it. And I feel like, as you guys can see, I'm like, getting in my groove and dancing it out. So I can see why this would go to the top of the charts and be very popular, because I'd be hard pressed to hear this and not want to start jamming out.
Yeah, I would be getting people on the dance floor, that's for sure. And I think we said that in the last Andy Gibb one, so I'm getting the going theme
Yes,
here of
that's
why
his
Andy Gibb
vibe.
was so loved. So let's get back to it. Great switch. And again.
Darling, for so long, you and me been finding each other for so long, and the feeling that I feel for you is more than strong, girl. Take it from me. If you give a little more than you're asking for, your love will turn the key. I just wanna be your everything. Open up the heaven in your heart and let me be the things you are to me, and not some puppet on a string. If I stay here
Fire.
without you, darling, I would die. I want you laying in the love I have to bring. I'd do anything to be your I just wanna be your everything. Open up the heaven in your heart and let me be the things you are to me, and not some puppet on a string. If I stay here without you, darling, I would die. I want you laying in the love I have to bring. I'd do anything to be your everything.
Really a fire song. Love that. Like you were saying, it's hard not to enjoy this one.
I think
but
I would have loved living in the disco era. I feel like it would have been so fun.
Yeah, I think it's a great sound because, like you said, it's got a dance vibe, but it's an uplifting vibe at the same time. I don't think we really ever experienced that growing up. Like dance vibes were, I think, culturally, anyways, it was less about like having a good time, and it was more like starting to trend into a provocative idea of what dancing is.
Yeah.
And so I definitely never experienced anything like just, smiling and having a great dance
Yeah.
party.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just so foreign to me, the way I think about, well, dance music anyways. So this was fire though. I really enjoyed it. You did as well?
I did, very much so. I liked it a lot.
I'm very surprised to hear you say that, Samantha. I had no idea from the chair dancing that was going on over there that you enjoyed this one.
Yeah, I'll definitely be adding this one to my playlist.
Yeah, and like you were saying, the disco era, but I do feel like in this one, I felt a lot of like soul. Like the
I would agree with
bass
that.
was fantastic. Like I
Definitely
very
had a good
much
groove.
very much enjoyed the composition of this. Because I feel like some disco you could classify it as like just kind of a repetitive structured song so that it's catchy and you can dance to it. This, I didn't get that. It was like perfectly aligned, so the stops and the starts were like adding to your vibe of dance, which
Yeah.
is hard to do.
Well, it's funny because I was about to say that I feel like my mind is open because previously, before we started the channel, like if you had have asked me about disco music, I would have just like immediately thought it was like Staying Alive, and like that's exactly
Yeah.
like what disco was. But I feel like it's actually so much more diverse than that. So
Yeah, well, I mean, Staying Alive, even like you have that cliche of knowing it, I think, from just it being played in everything in terms of pop culture, right? Like music, TV shows, movies, all that stuff, right? So I don't think we've ever really experienced Staying Alive, though, from like a deep listening standpoint.
no.
And even if we went back now and listened to that, we might be like, wow, that's actually
Yeah.
pretty complex,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know, because you
I was
can't.
just thinking more so from like the repetitive standpoint that you were saying, because it's meant to be like a catchy kind of almost like disco anthem,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
So,
anyways, maybe we should check it. Say it
yeah,
out.
it's
You
been a
guys
long
can-
time since I heard that. So
You guys can let us know down below. It falls right in line with this here. So let us know down below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Come back tomorrow. We'll see you then.
thanks for watching.